Okay folks, this is a challenging one. I don't know if it's actually going to work. I'm just out on a limb here with this particular piece. It's very tiny, and yeah, I don't really feel all that optimistic about it. I don't feel like it's going to work, but I'm going to try it anyway, because this is the spirit of this work that I do is often goes into the experimental, so extremely experimental sometimes. I don't know how it's going to work. I have to lighten this one right off. I don't know if it's actually going to work. Okay, what is it? It's a curious little piece. It is one of those slide projector things, one of those miniature, one of those children's slides. And if you look closely, you can see these are obviously dinosaur themed pieces, and these get magnified. It's a bit like a microfilm or microfiche. Probably a similar principle to that. So we're just going to put it on the glass and hope we can make something out of it. But it looks it's really tiny, and it's also not going to, it works best when light shines through it rather than reflecting it. So it's probably going to look dark, and the little pictures, if they turn out, they're going to look a bit dark and really indistinct. I picked it up off the side of the road, but I've actually now been pleasantly surprised. You can actually see the dinosaurs and the shit like that. That looks brilliant, considering what it is. Wondering if we're going to make this into a movement piece or a mirror image, or maybe we're going to highlight that one, the T-Rex. I think the T-Rex is the one we want to feature because it's the most prominent of the dinosaurs. Wondering if we're going to maybe try it on map mode. Maybe not. I don't know what to do with it, folks. Map mode might work well for this, I do think, maybe. Yeah, that looks interesting. We'll just pull it back. Yeah, the T-Rex looks a bit backgroundy though. He doesn't look as good as this version, and it looks too dark. I do think this version is a lot better. Okay, we're going to try and enlarge that T-Rex. Going back to where we were, I do think I'd like to spin it round so that the T-Rex is at the top. I'm just trying to see where it is. There it is there. Maybe not. Maybe we'll just take this off and we're just going to get stuck in with this. I nearly forgot to mention, folks, this is my last set of videos on this micro SD card, so I'm just going to put that like so. I'm going to put the T-Rex in the top, or somewhere there anyway. I'm just being a bit haphazard, folks. I often am, a little bit impatient. I do think the T-Rex, where is he? He's up there, so just wondering how I'm going to display it. I'm going to just put it up in the corner there. So I'm just going to put it up there in the corner. But basically I'm missing a lost partner, folks, and I'm trying to get in touch with him through my work here on the photocopier, going to social media and going viral, hopefully. Hopefully it'll go viral and my stuff will make a splash, so to speak. Yeah, that looks interesting. I do like the overall position of it. I do like the way these three are like that. Wondering if we're going to make it like that, if we're going to make it a minimalist piece, because it is a tricky one and I don't want to fiddle too much, to be honest, folks. But it looks quite interesting. Looks wishy-washy, but it's quite a pleasant form of wishy-washy. I never expected this one to be as quick as this demo. I never expected it to be that way. I was expecting it to be like really drawn out and really fiddly and difficult. But I wanted the T-Rex to be featured because he looks probably the most well-defined dinosaur, as well as being probably the most famous, even among people like myself who don't know much about the art of paleontology, or the science, must I say. There is an art to it as well, I do think. Presenting bones in a museum is a real art form in itself, I guess. As well as it being a science. I think art and science often do intersect. They do when it comes to doing photocopier art. There's a lot of art and science in that. Even though the science is not so obvious, maybe. We're just going to line these up. That one there and this one here. Yeah, bit minimalist, but it looks interesting. I think now we can call this demo quits.